Welcome back. All right, so some news of the day for all you fine people for your Monday, October the 14th, which of course, Canadian Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to those on the Canadian side of the border. And again, on the American side, we won't spoil anything and tell you how it goes. So Wall is apparently skating. He could rejoin the Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow. That would be a boost to them. But as I've seen some mention, Hildeby's looked good. Stolarz has looked good, so he's not really in a rush, I would think. As in, Wall was going to want to get back as soon as he can, but he's not going to be forced to come back before he's ready, is how I meant to phrase that. So there you go. Ullmark missed practice for the Sens, was not dressed for them today. We saw the difference that can make between Forsberg and Sogard. Sogard was recalled on an emergency basis. So while he didn't play great for Ottawa, I would say that while it may look like a baked-in excuse, I honestly, I'm willing to say it wasn't his best game, but he just got called up. The Kings are pretty good offensively, so I'll just say we'll see how Sogard does in his next appearance. Forsberg did return to the bench in that game too, after a collision in that game forced him out of the net. So looks like Forsberg shouldn't miss any time for them. We'll see how long Ullmark's out, but this is why they went out and got Ullmark. Kachuck is expected to be out a week for Florida. Well, Florida won today. They can beat any team in the league that's named Boston right now. But again, they're going to have a game against Vancouver later in the week. They've got a game against Vegas later in the week. Some home games here, so I think Florida's going to be just fine. We'll see how things go without Kachuck, but it's supposed to be about a week with illness. Myers was spotted at practice today in Tampa, so this is great because considering he couldn't put any weight on his leg when he left that game the other night, seeing him on the ice, skating around and taking shots ahead of tomorrow's game is good news. Myers, you're hoping, if you're a Canucks fan, is going to be in the lineup for tomorrow's game. So we'll see how things go for the Vancouver Canucks from here. This road trip is going to, I think it's going to be very telling. Very early in the season, yes, but I think it's going to be telling if they have their struggles on this road trip. We might be back to Vancouver not necessarily being one of the top teams. There's a reason last season I said I was cherishing almost every night in the regular season. Watching Dallas, Vancouver, and Boston all play really well. I enjoyed that last season for what it was, and this season so far, there's Dallas. Your three stars of the week in the National Hockey League. No surprise, Dylan Guenther of Utah is the first star. Connor Hellebuck of the Winnipeg Jets, the second star of the week. And Jack Eichel in Las Vegas is the third star of the week. So again, no surprises there really. Hellebuck, a really strong start for him. Eichel's been fantastic. And Guenther with 5 goals in 3 games this past week. Really excellent week for them. The waiver wire news for today is quiet. Both Husso and Barré-Boulet clear. So this gives the Red Wings a little bit more freedom salary cap wise. With injuries and all that. There were no new waiver wire moves today, so nobody's on waivers. We don't have to worry about tomorrow. And Husso and Barré-Boulet could be sent down to the AHL today. The Penguins and the Habs game tonight is on Amazon Prime. I'm just throwing that out there now because the game starts in about an hour and a half's time here, and we're a little over an hour. Days got away from me. But the Penguins and Habs game will be on Amazon Prime, so it's not available on regular cable. It's through Amazon Prime, which I have, but we'll see how this goes. We'll see if there's any technical glitches, this kind of thing. I think that's the future, though. I think what we're seeing with Amazon Prime and then Netflix taking on certain sporting events, I think eventually we'll see streaming services bid for and get professional sports, and it'll probably change how we consume them too, where we'll be able to you load up your Netflix, you log in, maybe you watch a couple episodes on cooking, and like, hey, I missed that game the other night. I could watch that now. And so hopefully we see an extensive catalog when that takes place. But Amazon Prime, we'll see how things go. And how do you measure the ratings for the online streaming? They don't always release all the numbers. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Guy Gaudreau was at practice today for the Columbus Blue Jackets. That was apparently Dean Evison's invitation, so that's great. They will be paying tribute to the Gaudreaus tomorrow in Columbus. I believe that's the home opener, and it's against Florida. So we'll see how that goes. Should be an emotional night for Columbus, for their fans as well. And of course, for Guy Goudreau, all my thoughts go out to him with what he has to be dealing with. I am sure that he's very touched with the fact that the hockey community has really rallied around this, but still, it is a reminder every day of who is no longer with us. So there's that double-edged sword there, and so all the best to Guy Goudreau, and nice classy move by Columbus. And honestly, I think the NHL's handled this really, really well, and it's been nice to see hockey fans in general rally around the Goudreau family. Note on tomorrow's game between Washington and Vegas, Alex Ovechkin being moved over to the right side. So we'll see what Coach Carberry has in store here. The Capitals did have 3 goals in that last game. None of them were from Ovechkin. Maybe he's trying to get Ovechkin going, giving a little bit of different look in that game against Vegas. We shall see. But it should be interesting. There are some, and in fact, when asked, at least in the video package I saw, a number of NHLers were asked about how many goals Ovechkin was going to get this season. A lot of the NHLers were picking Ovechkin to break Gretzky's record this year. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Can he pass 40? I think it's 42 goals to pass Gretzky. Can he get there? Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe in the event you've not done so already. Been nice to see just the amazing growth on the channel over the last couple of weeks. So welcome to new subscribers and all that fun stuff. Thank you guys for your support, for sharing, for comments, for all the stuff, for all the interaction on the channel that helps the channel out with the algorithm. It is appreciated. I will talk to you again soon.